Hey everyone, I'm alicat and I'm going to be doing reviews of the final Season 4 of Legend of Korra. I've been following the Avatar-verse since Season 1 of Last Airbender in 2005 when I was in middle school, and now here I am about to graduate college and I'm still just as in love with the show as ever. So as a paid tribute to the final season of Korra, so sad, I'm going to be doing weekly reviews. So let's get started. We barely had any time in between Season 3 and Season 4 in the real world, but in Korra we're met with a 3-year time skip. I know some people were upset about this, but I thought it was a great move. It sets the stage for a number of things that are about to happen in the world, and it also shows us how much of a huge impact the last 3 seasons have had on Korra. She's struggling with identity and seems very alone and lost, even after all this time. Although it can be very sad to watch, I love how the show portrays a hero as someone that can be knocked down for an extended period of time. There are some new character relationship dynamics I'm already loving. We've got Prince Wu and bodyguard Mako, Kai and Opal, and Kuvira and Bolin. I know a lot of people are hating on Prince Wu already, but I kind of love him. He reminds me of Kuzco, from The Emperor's New Groove. He seems like the new comic relief this season with Bolin in more of a serious situation, but I'm hoping that by the end of the season, they'll kind of turn him around and he'll do something really amazing or selfless. It's really interesting to see the swap of the character situations with Bolin and Mako. In the past, Mako was all serious doing detective business with Beifong, and Bolin was kind of with Varric doing movers as Nuttuck and such. So now it's kind of the opposite with Mako tied in with the comedy and Bolin with Kuvira. There's already some great character development with Kai and Opal as well. Kai's older voice already has me swooning every time he talks, and the new airbending outfits are really cool despite not being the most functionable. Is anyone else really sad about the animal companion separation? Korra's been apart from Naga for at least 6 months now, and if you notice, Papa's hanging out with the air babies instead of Bolin. So I really hope we get to see some cute reunion scenes with them. The main plotline this season is shaping up to be really interesting already. Last season we had elements of anarchy with the Red Lotus, and this time Kuvira is giving me a totalitarian vibe. She's really charismatic and seems to have the support of some of the Earth Nation, who seems to be tired of an abusive monarchy in the past. Her fight scene was really cool to watch, and it's kind of scary to see how easily she manages to manipulate people. She reminds me of Azula in that sense, if you take away the crazy. She seems centered on order, efficiency, and progress, and she's also got some elements of Korra being very headstrong and not willing to back down. Frankly, I'm just glad this season we have an antagonist that's not an old man. I'm totally backing the theory going around that Kuvira is using their bandits to pressure other Earth Nation states to join her. If you notice, the same guy that steals the supplies from Kai and Opal is one of the bandits that Kuvira makes submit to her on the train tracks. Which is pretty messed up if you notice that she's using Earth Nation's people to make other states unwillingly submit to her in order to survive. I hate seeing Team Avatar apart and even loyalties split up, with Bolin working with Kuvira, but I have a feeling that we'll see them all together again soon. As for other characters, I love the reference to Gomu, who's the vagabond that Korra met in the first episode. He's seen in the Republic City and the Spirit Wilds. I'm hoping since this is the last season, they'll do a lot of throwbacks to minor characters in other seasons. Keeping my fingers crossed for Tano. The air babies are still adorable. Rohan is growing up so fast, and he's definitely taking after Tenzin. Janora's new hair looks great, and I hope we get to see a lot more of her this season and her mastery of airbending. Lastly, the best part of the episode was definitely Milo's transformation from Milo the boy to Milo the man. It had me cracking up. So, some speculation for the next episode. I'm thinking it's going to be the one where Korra finds Toph, since she's wearing the same Earth garb and has the same cuts and bruises. And it's 100% confirmed that I'm going to cry when Toph comes on screen, like I did with Aang for the first time. Wouldn't it be cool if Toph taught Korra how to earthbend blind, so that if Kuvira ever used those little metal plates to cover her eyes, she could just be like, "Ooh, don't even need to see to bend at you." That's all I'm going to say to try to keep time down, so I'll see you next week, Team Avatar.